What's up, everybody? Welcome back to 20,000 Films Under the Sea. I'm your host, DJ, and tonight we are going to do our spoiler-free review of The Crow. So, get your face a little tatted, put that fucking tattoo ink around your eyes, and take a bullet for your loved one. And stay tuned. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to 20,000 Films Under the Sea. I'm your host, DJ, and tonight I'm joined by two of my lovely friends. And first of one being Ocean Shrine, the Shark Daddy himself, Arno of Ears.
What's poppin', boys? What's poppin'?
How you doing,
Boys,
brother?
okay, so I'm like slightly peeved. And this probably shouldn't honestly bother me as much as it did, but I ordered like a little stand to like put my phone on when we do content. So I like a little thing that I can just like put my phone on like on my desk. So I don't have to like sit it down flat or whatever. And they like forgot the most important piece of it. Because it's like
the part that
the
holds your phone.
the part that holds the bar onto the platform so it actually stands. So
Yeah,
like it's
pretty
like
fucking
the
essential.
flat, there's like the flat bottom part, the butt, if you will.
Okay,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
The butt or the foot, I guess, is probably a better comparison.
Yeah, it's the
There's
butt.
the foot, and
It's the butt of
then
it.
you put the pole thing
You put
into the
pole
hole in
into
the
the
back
butt.
of the foot. And then you're supposed to have this little thing that you screw into the bottom. Well, they forgot the little screw part. So now I just have the butt and the stick, and I can't do anything.
It
Is that
just
the
won't
box
stand up
for it,
'cause
like, back there?
Yeah, I was like, fuck this. I'm fucking annoyed with this, man. So I just like, I put it over there for right now, and I was like, I'm gonna fuck around with that later. I don't want to fucking piss myself
Watch it
off.
like be
for
like deep
fucking-
in the box, like some sort of like in a secret pocket.
Nah, dude, it's
Do
an
you
empty
think
ass
it's like a
box.
simple enough fix that you could like find a replacement screw?
I might be able to fashion something. I might be able to like, because it's not the same size as like the ones that we have for like, like our like stands for like cameras and stuff like
Right.
that. It's the smaller one, which is like the more annoying one. You know what
The
I mean?
one that you generally need an adapter for if you're going to use it on anything else.
Exactly.
I
And
see.
so that's anyways, fuck me. It's a lovely Friday, boys. Let's do it. I'm here. I'm so
Hell.
talk about this movie with you guys.
Yeah, I'm stoked. I'm stoked. We're also joined by my good friend Garrick Bartholomew. Yeah, I heard you had a tough day today on Twitter. I saw it. You said rough.
Oh, dude.
Rough
Yeah,
as
man.
fuck.
It was
Somebody on Twitter?
definitely
What happened? I didn't
It
catch
was
that.
definitely something. No, dude, I was like, what did I say? I was like, you could say I had a shitty day.
Yeah, some shit like
Yeah.
Oh,
like,
okay.
so-
Yeah.
like
And like,
expressing his grievances on Twitter.
yeah, it like it just kept it vague because that was funny for me.
'Cause that's what us millennials do.
You
That's
gotta
what
keep
us
everyone on-
millennials do.
No.
Gotta keep everybody
everyone
on the
their
internet
toes,
guessing,
dude.
right?
Keep everyone on their
I
toes.
was like, if they want to know more, they'll follow up.
Garrick
they'll
was
call
fighting
me.
for his life, trying not to tweet like song lyrics.
Oh, dude, 100%.
Black
Go
profile
find, like,
picture,
100
tweet a song lyric.
Yeah,
Yep.
dude.
Don't bother me.
But yeah, dude, like I'm having a horrible day. Like update my fucking MySpace profile.
share one of those like Joker memes where it's like the joke in the background and like
We live in a
says a
society.
quote that he never actually said in like any of the movies.
Yeah, dude. God. No, but dude, I just had a fucking interesting day. Like we're at like we're in the learning curve like portion of like the school year. We're still teaching all of the students in the building expectations and this and that and the other thing. And like it's to the point where like it gets kind of exhausting, and kindergartners especially exhausts me, especially
Yeah.
when kindergartners do stuff like go, my tummy hurts, and I go, cool, there's literally a bathroom 3 steps to your left, and then they go, I've already pooped on myself.
Mm. Yeah,
And
I
you
mean,
go, You go, huh? And then you look down, and it's now on your office floor because it has run down their paints.
Yeah.
I'm like, DEFCON 1! DEFCON 1!
Yeah, shit
I'm
on the
like,
floor,
we got
shit on the
bodily
floor.
fluids in the building.
Shit
Dude,
on
it
the
was
floor.
Guy like kicks the door, get on the ground. Like,
rough. Dude, it was a
Remove
rough. It was
Remove yourself from the building. We need to clean
Yeah,
this shit
dude,
off the
it
floor.
well, dude, and like I don't know exactly what happened, but like we get the kid into the bathroom, and I've got like colleagues helping me out at this point because it escalated, right? And then I just hear my colleague go, okay, like I just need you, like if you're he's like he's still saying like my tummy still hurts. And I was like, all right, just sit down on the toilet, please. And then dude, he literally just presses his cheeks up against the side of the toilet bowl and just lets it rip.
ah.
That's
So
And that was my
Garrick has mentioned
my
not
day.
wanting kids, and I don't blame him with experiences like that.
That was my day. That was my day today.
that's crazy.
Mhm.
All of this happened before noon.
What a way to start
That's
your
real
morning.
shitty, Garrick.
Yeah, it was. It was pretty shitty.
Yeah,
pretty shitty.
and like it's not and having it happen that early, it's not like you can just move on with your day. Like you're thinking
No,
about
you're
it
like, this
all
has
day.
established the tone for the rest of the fucking day.
Traumatized
Like,
for
you
sure.
can't-
Like you're
Like whatever lesson plan you had, like whatever thing you're gonna go through, you're like, fuck, that kid really shit himself. Like,
no, dude.
Yeah.
That's
my
grief,
principal
bro.
was
That's grief.
my principal was just like, go outside and take a break. Like you need it.
like your principal walks in,
Literally,
I can see it on your face.
You could just walk. Like she was like, she's like, I got this. She's like, I got this.
He's
You
like,
go.
No,
You
your
go.
principal came up to you and no pun intended,
She
you
was a
like
real one
hammered
for that.
shit.
Get
You
on the
like hammered
ground.
Dude, she was a real one for that. Like I think she saw just the defeat on my face.
Yeah, like you were one more fucking errant fucking activity to happen for you to just flip, dude. Like,
yeah, dude. She was just like, just go take it. I was so frazzled. I was just like, what's happening? What's happening? And she was just like, just go outside. I was just like, you want to know what? I was like, I think they're doing a recess right now. I'm gonna go to recess. I'm gonna go play out at recess because I deserve to go play out at recess.
You were about to crash out, dude.
Yeah, man. It was rough.
But also,
news.
That was my Friday.
Also, another news. Or no, me and Garrett were talking about this before you joined in. I reposted a video of a different podcast, a clip of a podcast where they were, the two guys, like the one that's like really dumb and the one that's like he knows what he's talking about, but like doesn't explain it well at all. Like,
okay, so there's a
like
few that come to mind.
Like
There's
Peyton, there's one
like
with
mixed.
Yeah, the mixed guy,
The mixed guy kid.
Yeah, the mixed guy.
'Cause then there's also like the Italian guys.
Yeah, no, the Italian guy, they know the bit. Okay, but
they just lean it. That's a bit.
Yeah, but
gotcha.
But the other two, I'm genuinely concerned for that guy's education.
Yeah, like you're like, I think he might actually be dumb.
I think he might actually straight up be pretty dumb.
One child was left behind.
Like we're talking about this. It's the same podcast where it's just like, I didn't know white people had family reunions, right?
Oh my
god!
Like
dude, I didn't know whatchamacallit, dude. Fucking where fucking countries are, or no, doesn't know where Tennessee is. Where the fuck is Tennessee's at? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that there's a clip of that podcast that goes around. The other one, the other guy, I forgot his name. I just know the mixed one is Peyton. I believe it.
Yeah, right, for sure.
But the other one, he's like, did you know that women, when they open a new thing of deodorant, they bite the protective cap off instead of twisting the knob and taking it out? And then I reposted that. Garrick liked my repost and then immediately went to his wife. Garrick.
Oh, dude, literally like walked downstairs and like confirmed. And I was just like, hey. And I was just like, you have a brand new thing of deodorant. Like, it's got the plastic on it. And I was just like, I need you to pretend to open it for me. And then she like pretends to like open it and she takes the little cap off. And I was like, okay, Thank God. So you're not a psycho. And I turn around and walk back up the stairs. No other context. And she goes, what do you mean? And I go, well, apparently the majority of women bite the cap off. And she goes, oh, yeah, when it's stuck all the time. And I go, just twist the bottom. And she goes, I don't want to do that.
Mama!
Oh, you have to get Marilyn in here. Confirm this shit.
I was just like, no way. Oh, she's like, yeah. She's like, I'll bite the.
Xander, you need to ask Jackie.
I was like,
this
can't be real.
Oh,
this can't be real.
Xander, if you're listening, ask Jackie.
Xander's in chat right now, dude.
Terminating call.
Yeah.
We'll see if she comes. You can go ahead and continue on for now. Yeah. We can continue.
Yeah, dude, because literally I sat in the chat, like I saw DJ, and I was like, I happened to be scrolling. I sat down, logged into the Discord. As I literally was still muted, scrolled onto it as the second I joined in. Like I haven't even talked to DJ yet. I just get up and go downstairs to my wife. And then I come back and I was like, I just saw your fucking repost, dude, and it's true.
Oh my God, I can't wait to find out. Yeah, I will. I get some info.
I heard her Nell's mating call, but this is our mating call to you because this is 20,000 films under the because this is 20,000 films under the sea, your choice for all the nerdy pop media news, reviews, and discussions you want each and every week. If you like that, you can head on over to our Discord channel where you can submit questions and topics to the show, get exclusive content, and have early access to episodes before they go live on a podcast and video service near you. But if you empty your pockets for the latest and greatest in entertainment, that's cool with us. You can watch us record the show live right here at twitch.tv/Good Kraken Show, just like Xander and Esco are in chat. If you have Amazon Prime, you also have Twitch Prime. Tell them, DJ. Oh, thank you. Thank you, DJ. And we would love for you to give that to us to help keep the lights on and cameras rolling. But you can also support us by going to our YouTube channel, hitting subscribe, or by leaving a review on our podcast channel by searching 20,000 Films Under the Sea. That's 2 with 4 zeros. And we'll be there.
4 zeros.
Yeah.
2 0 0 0 0.
Yeah, that's 4.
20,000.
5 digits. 4 zeros.
5 digits. 4 zeros. 1 C.
2.
Lots of movies.
To the Republic for which it stands.
4 score 7 years ago. We're gonna have to put fucking timestamp for the start of this fucking.
Dude, it's great. It's gonna be great. Eric.
What?
We have some director's commentary. Please check out our latest episode of Death Ratio. You guys had, I believe, Ernell, Devin, and Garrick were doing the Gamescom live recap. You guys talking about that?
That was the topic. That was 100% the topic.
That was the topic. Yeah, 100%, dude.
1,000%.
You're lucky I was smart enough to put that shit in there.
Yeah. Yeah, because I was like, dang, Gamescom's happening.
No,
I wonder if you're
getting. I know how to play the bit right, but
no, it was funny. I was making the thumbnail after we got done recording, and Devin was still in the chat, and I was like, "Hey, Devin," he was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Your guys' final punishment was that was never the actual headliner." He was like, "What are you talking about?" And I was like, "Check out the thumbnail, dude." He was like, "Dude, fuck you."
I fucking knew what was up.
Oh man,
we got an
update from Xander. Jackie says, and I quote, "I don't use my teeth as tools."
Damn, that's too bad.
Damn.
Does Jackie eat food with a straw?
She's like,
Jackie eats only smoothies.
Well, actually,
that's
her
my
jaw
headcanon.
Unhinges like the mummy, and she just like.
No, Jackie's just curvy straight up. just. I've never seen Jackie, and this is my headcanon now. This is my headcanon of Jackie now. Hey yo.
Yeah, that's funny. That's fucking awful.
Also, we had splash damage this week. Ernell was playing Dustborn with Garrick sitting in. How was that, guys?
Game, man. Actually,
It was
yeah,
fucking
good
really
game.
good. Super interesting world.
Mm-hmm.
Ernell, like literally, it got more and more interesting. And Ernell were just like, Jesus, I really want. God, I'd love a map. God, I would love a map.
Yeah,
Of this fucking
dude, oh
place.
my
And then
God,
we
it
get
was-
to like the end of the content, and they're like, they show us a little map. And we're like, oh, fuck a map. And then we literally spent the last 10 minutes just looking at the fucking map.
Looking at the map for the game, dude, it was fucking crazy, man. Well, and the game just kind of like kept delivering everything we wanted, like as we were like pretty much thinking it. It's like, oh, what if they did this? Or like, oh, what if they did that? What if they introduced combat here? And it was like literally the next fucking thing. Like it was dope. It was dope. It was a good game.
It was a
so
good
far.
time.
Yeah.
It was a good time.
Hell yeah. Also, we are working on setting up the first few phases of our tabletop RPG campaign, and we would love to have someone, volunteer if you're listening, if you know someone who would love to be our dungeon master or game master for this upcoming campaign. We would love to hear from you. I know
But
Arno
you
put out
gotta
a feeler
act quick.
out
We
on
might
Twitter.
have
Yeah.
found a guy.
We have a
So
few.
you gotta-
We have a few. But be on the lookout for that. We're gonna start up a campaign soon, and
Be dope,
hopefully
man. I'm
it's
so
gonna
excited. I'm so
hopefully it's gonna
excited.
be really fun. And you can support us by sharing our content around. Please share our content around. Everywhere that you can. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do that.
Oh, yeah,
we
baby.
even make clips for you guys, so you don't have to share whole.
Yeah,
episodes.
We're starting
That's
to make
what they're
clips so you
for.
can just shareable clips, bite-sized shareable clips you can share with your family. Share it to your Facebook group. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I was about to make. I'm sorry. I was about to make a really bad joke.
Share it to your
really
aunt,
sorry.
share it to your college roommate, share it with your
No,
dog.
I was gonna say share it to fuck. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna
He's
say
like,
it.
Okay, yeah, well, just hold on for that one. Hold on for that
I'll
one.
hold out. I'll tell you guys.
That's cool. You can
Remind
tell us
me
after, you know?
Remind me to tell you guys later.
I got you.
Oh, yeah.
I got
Oh,
you.
Or no, what we have going on next, buddy?
You little DJ, we got the final cut, bro.
What the fuck? Okay, that's
all I got for you.
as
That's all I hear.
straightforward as we
I
can
got
get
you.
it. The final
Let's
cut.
do this one.
Blacked out on the Percocet.
Stop.
That is not the one that I wanted. That's not the one I wanted. But
Let's
sure.
do
I'm
this
sorry.
one,
Garrick,
and then
I'm
he
sorry.
just
That's not what I thought it was. It just said blacked out. So I was kind of like, all right, that sounds cool for this. Not what I thought it was. My bad, Garrick.
you know better.
You know better.
Anyways. I know.
Well-
I'm sorry. I do. I know.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are going into the final cut. And of course, as the title states, we are doing our spoiler-free review of The Crow 2024.
Hey.
Little remake or whatever, reboot of the Crow character and franchise. Is it a franchise?
It's a franchise for
It's a
sure.
franchise.
It
a
is.
a cult franchise, but a
Yeah.
franchise.
Yeah.
Whole franchise. Soulmates Eric and Shelley are brutally murdered. Given a chance to save the love of his life, Eric must sacrifice himself and traverse the worlds of the living and the dead, seeking revenge. Ooh. This was released today, as we're recording this, August 23rd, 2024. I know you guys saw it yesterday. I think it was an early preview, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We typically
That
see
advanced
those
showing.
Thursday night
Yeah.
releases, you know.
Yeah. And this is directed by Rupert Sanders. He has also directed Snow White and the Huntsman in 2012 and the Ghost of the Shell movie in 2017.
Good movie. Well, actually, that's live action. Right?
Yeah, the live action
halfway
Ghost of
take
the
that
Shell
back.
movie. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
not
also
quite as good as-
written by James O'Barr, who is the creator of the Crow comics and
Yes, sir.
the character. Also written by Zach Balin, who is on the writing list for a bunch of really good movies: King Richard, Creed 3, Gran Turismo, and also in the writing room we have William Joseph Schneider, who doesn't have a lot of writing credits, but apparently he's writing for the upcoming Return to Silent Hill.
Ooh, okay. All right.
So
I'm into that.
music is by Verkel Bertelman.
That's not a real name. There's no way that's a real name.
I wasn't gonna say nothing.
Verkel?
Verkel Bertelmann. You know, it's European, dude. You know, you never know.
Verkel Bertman.
Bertelmann. There's an L
I'm
in there.
Verkel Bertel.
Stop making fun of this guy's last name, or no? Come on, man.
Oh,
We're better than
fucking
this.
A, dude. I'm sorry.
We're
All right,
better
I'll
than this.
mute.
Just for
Go easy.
clarification, by the way, James O'Barr did not write on the script of this. He's just getting original credits for writing.
Yeah,
and
he's just
creating the
credits for the
characters.
character.
He had nothing to do with writing the script specifically for this film.
Yeah, we'll get into it. We'll get into it. But Verkel Bertelmann, he did the music for All Quiet on the Western Front, the remake, the 2022 remake, and he's done music for Black Mirror. So, you know, so a lot of
Good
on
content.
paper, a lot of heavy hitters on this project. On paper,
Mhm.
the budget for this film is only $50 million, I think. Yeah, $50 million, and it has a box office from the previews. So basically from yesterday, before the film actually came out, it was 650,000.
Yeah, let me see if I can get an updated number on that for you really quick, just in case.
Yeah. Check that for
Um,
me. And the runtime is an hour and 51 minutes.
oh, all right. Looks like we're at 50.6 million now.
50.6 million.
Yeah, that's worldwide.
Pretty good.
Not bad, not bad.
Not bad. We'll discuss it some more. But we have some fun facts before we get into our thoughts and prayers. Ernell, can you take the first fact for me, please?
I got you, man. F. Javier Gutierrez was at one point courted to direct the film, but not as a remake. Crow creator Jay O'Barr admitted in an interview that he was impressed when he saw that Gutierrez's take would be a black and white shot-for-shot remake of the original graphic novel, using both panels and dialogue directly from the source material for storyboarding to be as faithful as humanly possible to the comic. Due to production troubles and delays in shooting, Gutierrez dropped out to direct Rings in 2017. Weird choice.
Yeah, definitely weird choice. And you know, I just wonder, like, how many bad were the troubles that the motherfucker's like, nah, it's not worth it. And goes directs Rings.
That right. I know. He's like, yo, fuck this. I'm doing Rings. You know what I mean?
That screenplay.
Imagine me like,
fucking
yo,
crazy.
fuck this, dude. I'm gonna go do Thanksgiving, you know?
Garrett, can you take our second fact?
Absolutely. Bradley Cooper, Mark Wahlberg, Channing Tatum, Robert Pattinson, James McAvoy, Tom Hiddleston, Alexander Skarsgård, Sam Witwer, Jack Houston, Ryan Gosling, Nicholas Hoult, Jack O'Connell, Luke Evans, and Jason Momoa were all considered to play Eric Draven, and Jessica Brown Finley and Pattinson's former girlfriend, Kristen Stewart, was considered to play Shelley Webster, before Alexander's brother, Bill Skarsgård, was confirmed for the role of Draven, with Pattinson's former girlfriend, FKA Twigs, confirmed for the role of Webster. Literally, everybody in that fucking list is straight up too old.
Yeah.
Well, and it's funny
except
because
for Robert Pattinson.
Weirdly enough, I feel like they made the right choice based on this list. Like,
yeah, I do. I do think that.
But
like, I
you
do
guys
think
gotta
he was
admit,
the right choice in this case.
like this was like 10 years in the fucking making, dude. Fucking
yeah,
make this
no,
goddamn
for sure,
fucking
for sure.
film, dude. So
Yeah,
like,
for
yeah,
sure.
dude. Probably.
you know, just
Imagine this movie with
Mark
Tom Hiddleston,
fucking
dude.
dude,
Wahlberg,
Mark.
dude.
Oh my,
Mark
Mark
Wahlberg.
Wahlberg. Like, why would they even approach him? Like, even think about approaching
Or
him?
Bradley Cooper.
Hey man,
I think I'm dead, but I'm not.
I feel like Bradley Cooper has chops, dude. Don't disrespect him like that, okay?
No,
I
mean,
feel
don't
like
get
he
us
can do
wrong.
it.
He's
But not
I
for
feel
this
like he
role.
can do it.
No, he would have
Like-
been so weird in this role, dude.
Nah, man, I feel like he could transform it. I feel like he could have transformed into what they were looking for.
Okay, sure.
Dude,
I mean,
Bradley
they clearly
Cooper is
did do it.
unrecognizable in American Sniper, dude. I did not know that motherfucking was him until I saw it. Okay.
Oh, hey, that's true. Yeah,
You know what
no,
I'm
that's
saying?
fair.
Like
That's fair.
he has dedication.
Good
Mark
look for
Wahlberg
role.
is just from Boston. Like
I'm a cop in Boston. What do you want? Y'all let me fly
Which is
on this one.
ridiculous
yeah.
because the
Hey,
whole
I'm the
movie takes
crow.
place in Detroit.
Yeah, dude. It's crazy. I agree. I do like the Bill Skarsgård pick. I think he did really well. In this role.
The Optimus.
And I'll take the last fact here. In 2014, Luke Evans, who was supposed to be, I'm pretty sure was supposed to be Eric Draven on this project before. Yeah, let me read the fact out. Hold on. While still working on the production of The Hobbit, The Battle of the Five Armies, held a live Facebook Q&A. During some of the questions he personally responded to, when asked about joining the Crow reboot as the leading character, Evans stated that he felt inclined to drop out from the project as he felt unworthy of portraying the late Brandon Lee's most iconic role. So yeah, he said it before dropping out. Yeah, so he's like, yeah, I don't think I could do it.
DJ,
What?
I love you so much.
Sorry.
Let me just read the
Like,
fact.
Dude, I'm on like 4 hours of sleep, man. I can't.
Bro, I
Oh my
just
god.
I wasn't laughing at you. I was definitely laughing with you. That was fucking great. Oh man, all right.
In there, dude.
Whew, man, this is a good episode. I like this. We're laughing
Cause
a
like
lot.
I read this because I had to edit this fact because like the way it was worded was weird when I picked it up.
Sure.
So like
Sure,
I don't know if I edited the part where it said that exactly. You know what I mean? So I had to like once I started I was like I maybe have to clarify. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Okay. let me
And then I'm
read
like
the
I'll
book.
just fucking read it out and then I'll say it instead of fucking preamble. All right, so
I think Luke
boys.
Evans could have done well.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he could have done well, but you know, what we
I,
got is what we
I
got.
do like Luke Evans.
Yeah, Luke Evans, he's chill guy, chill guy. All right, boys, let's get into our top level thoughts on The Crow 2024. I'm gonna start with Garrett because he has a lot to say. Garrett has a lot to say. I'm gonna start with him.
You really want to do this? You really want to start with me?
Yeah,
Let's start with him, man.
because if we end with you, we're not leaving till 11. Like
Yeah, that's That's fair. You guys can stop
well
me.
Played.
You
Well
can
played,
stop me
sir.
before it
I
goes
like
on
it.
too long.
Well played.
Weak, incoherent, self-indulgent, chemistryless trash. This movie fucking sucked. Literally, if I toss out the 1994 Brandon Lee movie altogether and pretend it doesn't even exist, as an adaptation, this movie fundamentally misses the fucking mark. It's like Paul Sanders skimmed over the comics and was just like, Eric Draven and Shelley Webster are really cool names, and then made a fucking movie, called it The Crow because it had those two main characters in it and literally nothing the fucking else. It completely disregards and ignores the comic book's source material. Starting with that, this fucking shit was a dumpster fire. Like, the plot was fucking so unbelievably thin. Every single character in this movie, except Eric Draven and Shelley Webster, were fabricated for this 2024 remake version. Like, the bad guy, Vincent Rogue, is just some fucking shit they made up for the movie. And like, it just misses the mark so bad. So bad. DJ, I know you probably haven't read the comics or seen the 1994 film adaptation, which is ridiculously fucking corny, by the way. It really is. The Crow from 1994 is corny fucking. It is a corny
I heard it's for the
90s
goths.
comic book film. It really is. It is a goth cult classic, and that's why it is so beloved. And like, I like that movie, but I was also like an edgelord as a child, so that tracks. But dude, it was just just to give you like a teeny tiny bit of context here, the way that so like they're a fiance, they're a couple, Eric Draven and Shelley Webster, and their car breaks down on like the side of the road, and they are literally like met up by gang members, and those gang members then like proceed to shoot Eric Draven and paralyze him, and then essay his fiance and murder her in front of him.
And
That's
this is to clarify that
that's the original plot of the
yeah, I was about
comic.
to say.
That's the original plot of the comic. And then he is resurrected by a crow 1 year exactly to the day on the anniversary of their killing, essentially. And he is brought back to life to set the wrong right. One thing that's very important is she never has the option to come back to life. Like, that's not a thing. This is a vengeance story through and through. They just tossed the original plot line and everything that makes the crow completely out the window. He actually like isn't even the crow for like a majority of the film. It's like watching a Batman movie without the suit.
I was about to say that. I was gonna say that.
Like, no shit, man. Like, the cinematography, uninspired, with these jagged, choppy cuts that were trying to be edgy but felt amateur instead, with a dissident soundtrack that I'm pretty sure whoever the sound director was for this film wasn't even watching the scenes he was choosing songs for. Like, it, and none of it lines up. This film is literally only cool for the last 20 minutes. And honestly, like, I love Bill Skarsgård. He did the best that he could here, but the dialogue is just as ham-fisted as the originals, if the original films, if not more. This film learns nothing from The Crow, Wicked Prayer, and literally makes all of the same garbage mistakes, trying too hard to be something while never finding its identity at all. This film frustrated the fuck out of me to no end. As a fan of the source material, as a fan of the 1994 movie, even though it's corny and hammy and fucking the CGI is goofy as shit, like, this just does nothing for nobody. This is a bleak, sour film that tries to be edgy for the sake of being edgy and is only cool when it is being self-indulgent and hyper-violent just for the sake of itself.
All right. Got any more feelings?
Yeah, actually, I have one more.
He has one more.
The plot notably improved the second FKA Twigs character died. I have never seen a more flat, emotionless, atrocious actor. I didn't believe their chemistry on screen for a fucking instant, dude. You're telling me these guys fucked and went on a drug binge and are now in love? No shot.
Go off, King, says Larry. Yeah. Go off, King.
I'll say that.
We respect that. We respect that a lot. See, this is why I wanted you to go first. Because I feel because if you go first, like, you just expend the rage meter, you know what I'm saying, immediately, right? because if we let you fester a little bit more, I think you gain more meter as the
it's like tax minutes onto the speed.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah,
so like,
this was just such a sour experience. There was definitely a point in the film where I saw the ending coming, and I actually it's reclining seats, and I reclined my seat back up early and waited for the film to end. The credits rolled, and the second it went to black, my ass left the chair.
Yeah, no, like, I was about to leave like 10 minutes before. Like, I was about to copy that guy that was in the theater with me when we were watching Borderlands, dude. Like, he left before it even wrapped up. I was like, oh shit. But just to clarify, to give context, FK Twigs is not like a formally trained actor or actress.
No, yeah,
She's a British
and
singer and songwriter, and I'm pretty sure they
look,
only added her because
if she's a good artist, she just needs to stay in music because acting is not her calling.
I'm pretty sure they only
It's not.
had her on because she can sing and her music. I think they might have used like some of her music, and I don't know.
That's
No clue.
crazy, dude. If that was like if that's like got to be the weakest pull ever.
They cast her because she looks homeless, but that's fine. We can.
I mean, with that fact, we were reading earlier, Robert Pattinson was supposed to, was one of the key guys they wanted. So maybe because like they were together, FKA Twigs and Robert Pattinson for a spell.
Yeah.
So they might have wanted that to go on. So I don't know. All I know about FKA Twigs, I haven't heard any of her music. All I know is that Shia LaBeouf abused her in a relationship. So like that's all I know.
Yeah.
And that's why Shia LaBeouf is
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
I literally knew nothing about her at all. I had to like look her up after the movie.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Shia LaBeouf. Ugh.
Your turn, brother. What we're spinning the dial to you, brother. What's going
right,
on?
man,
What's
it's my
with this
turn.
movie? Can you tell us what's
Yeah, dude, I can tell you what's up with this movie.
what's up with this movie? He's about to say 10 out of 10, baby. Let's
No, not 10 out of 10. Not 10 out of 10. But I did actually kind of like this movie. And
I knew you would. I knew you would.
100%
As soon
serious
as I
about
left,
this.
I was like, man, this is an earn last.
I think the issue this movie has is it had no business being a Crow movie. Like this should have been named something else. But my issue is that I feel like that the thing that's holding this movie back is because of the name. We had sort of expectations of what it should be, and if they would have just relieved themselves of that, this movie would have been fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if it was like a Netflix original straight to streaming, and it was like named something else.
It had
like
nothing to do with crows or some shit like that. It would have been fine.
Would have been
but
cool
like
as fuck.
this movie suffers because it tries to be a Crow movie.
Yeah.
Because I mean, on paper, the movie's fine. It's fine. Like coming off of fucking Borderlands, this movie's a fucking gift. Because Borderlands is really, really fucking bad.
So this is like the worst movie I've seen since Metal.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
so-
I think that FK Twigs was pretty fucking unbelievably difficult to watch on screen. But Bill Skarsgård is good at everything. So
I love him. I do. I love him.
He's not the problem in this movie whatsoever. And I typically like what's his face, the bad guy, Danny Houston.
I like him as an actor.
I love him in everything he ever is in, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
And his character was kind of cool, but like I was so weirded out with this sort of like they were trying to be the Crow while also being Constantine at the same time. And it was like, why couldn't you guys just have committed to a Constantine movie? Because that would have been like, if they would have just leaned that direction, it would have been so much better.
This was about demon slaying, dude. I feel like this would have been way better.
Like 100%, bro. Like if they would have just committed to, but they introduce so many things in this movie, and then like don't double down on that. Like I still don't really know what Danny Houston's character was. I still don't know actually what the abilities were that Bill Skarsgård gets, because he doesn't really use any. We don't get the crow vision like the original had. We don't get him turning into a crow like the original had. Like pretty much he just can't die. And cool. That makes you the crow. That makes you the crow, I guess. Like that's great, Garrett.
Yeah, they straight up just omitted most of his powers.
Yeah.
It's
just pretty much non-existent. So I mean, like he's
supposed
the crow.
to have. Yeah, like he's literally like he was literally just an angry, drugged out goth who couldn't die.
He is yeah, pretty much. He is the crow on paper. He's getting crow payroll, but he's not actually doing the crow labor.
Yeah,
he
doesn't get crow benefits. He gets
no crow 401k.
Yeah.
He's not getting Crow Roth IRA. Like he's just in the position, and they're just kind of like, all right, go be the
and,
Crow.
like, we're
And
gonna give
he's
you a
like,
promotion, and they're like, does it come with a raise? And they're like, no.
and he's like, well, fuck, I guess this is all I can really kind of came to myself for, anyways. But generally speaking, like I don't think that the movie was necessarily bad to me. There are some redeeming qualities about it. As Garrick said, the last 30 minutes of this movie are actually kind of cool.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the opera house scene. I enjoyed some of the there's some cool cinematography moments that they have and some really like beautiful set pieces that they do in this movie. They took a really big risk on the first act being committed towards trying to sell us on this relationship. And part of me was with it and a big chunk of me was not. Mostly because of FK Twigs and how I feel like she did pretty bad. But what like their like tension, like their like relationship dynamic, I didn't particularly think it was unbelievable from just the perspective of these two people that are vagabonds, basically. I mean, I've known a couple people that are kind of like that in my life, so I suppose like it's you see it and you're kind of like, wow, why the fuck are you two dating? Like this is fucking weird. But they took a really big risk in that first act, and I think that honestly was the part that brought me down further. This maybe would have been a 7 out of 10 for me on like a good day. But that first act was real slow, real fucking slow, like crawling slow, like arguably a completely different movie. So it felt like a almost a rom-com kind of thing in the entire first act of the film, and then the second act in this movie like had so much potential to just take off and do everything that they needed to fucking do. But the entire second act kind of just feels like a lot of fumbling the ball. Like they do one thing that's cool, and then they're like, all right, let's move to this next thing. But the next thing kind of just sucked. And then the next thing after that was really, really cool. And then the thing after that kind of fucking sucked. And then the thing after that was really fucking cool, right? We get like that cool like vehicle scene in the tunnel. You know what I'm saying? I was like, that was fucking dope. That was a cool moment.
There was
And
like
then
cool, like, yeah, the fight scenes were like literally the best part of the whole movie.
Yeah.
and there's maybe
And there wasn't
four.
enough of them. And like Ernell, I think the reason you felt the way that you did is because there was such a disregard for the source material. Like in the comics and in the original film, he is hunting a gang of individuals. He's got multiple people to be motivating him to be hunting down. He has
Yeah.
shit to do as a character. Well, really, it's just like some BS like cockamamie like goose chase where he's literally just following a fucking crow around and hopes that it leads him to this one guy.
Well, and not even just one guy. It actually leads them to like 5 other people prior for no reason. Like you would think that
Right,
they would just say, "Oh,
just
you
like
get the guy."
loose connect, like but
Like-
with a not satisfying connection, right?
Right,
Like only
right.
just like, oh, you're the one who killed us, and I'm like, yeah, we get it, like that's the whole thing, right?
Mhm.
But like you didn't really like the way that like the bad guys were supposed to interact with the crow, like it just didn't really happen. Like they're all supposed to have like this moment where they essentially kill Eric Draven and then he doesn't die and then they freak out and they get like that what's coming to them, right? Then they
Mhm.
get what theirs. But like
Right.
it never, like none of those ever feel resolute like that. It'll just be like a thing, and then he'll be like, bam, bam, shot, and he was just like, oh, I didn't die. And then you maybe get like a half confused look on the enemy's face, and then they just get schwacked, and you're like, that didn't feel good at all.
Yeah. It just like for every moment that was cool, and I felt like pretty decently like well done, there was like 2 moments around it, like behind it and in front of it, that were just like, what? Like why would you have done that? You know what I mean? Like cuz again, we have like two different movies that are existing in this. We have what could have been this really fucking dope Crow movie. If they would have like done more of that final act and like spread it across a little bit more from like the start of the second act, I would have been happy. Honestly, I probably would have given this an 8 if we had 2 acts of the last 30 minutes of this fucking movie. But they don't do that. They overcommit to the first act, and then they don't really do anything for the second act. Like, honestly, I don't even think the second act of this movie really needed to exist, to be honest with you, because it's a whole lot of like not really doing anything. Yes, sir.
It's because the trope where he only has his powers while he has pure love was not a thing.
Well, yeah, they had this
made.
whole
Dude, this,
fucking
also made up.
Like this made up
that was
forced
also
develop-
made
dude,
up.
This forced
Like
development,
forced development.
is like you doubt yourself. And then he's like, I am doubting, and I'm like, he said, don't doubt yourself. You want these powers? I'm like, okay, I won't. And
Yeah,
well, and
that guy is like he's credited under the name Kronos, also not like an actual character from the franchise, completely made up.
Yeah. Well, and like I just don't understand why they couldn't have just committed to just skipping that whole thing and just going towards like, yeah, you know, I'll trade. And him being like, fuck, you want to do that? Are you sure? Like, and he's like, yeah, fuck yeah, let's do it. Because that's the whole point, right? That's the whole fucking point, right? And so like there's so much good in the last 30 minutes of this movie that like I was like, fuck me. Like that was sick. That was awesome. That was a lot of fun. That was super, super cool. And the very ending was a little, sure. But if the rest of the movie was good enough, I would have forgiven that. I just wish that they would have done more with that. But I don't also particularly think that the first act was like bad. It just didn't fit this movie. I don't understand like why they committed so hard to that. Like were they trying really that hard to get us to feel the impact at the beginning of Act 2 that they needed to extend this whole thing for an entire like 45 minutes of this fucking movie pretty much? To like get us to believe in this relationship. I was like, why are you guys doing that? I'm already here. I'm here. I get it. They love each other. They do a lot of drugs. They live in people's attics and shit. I get it. I fucking get it. Okay. But I guess they really wanted to make it an impact when the big fucking drop happens at the beginning of the second act. And I don't know, man. Like I don't necessarily hate this movie. I don't think it's perfect, but it is as fine as it possibly can be, especially coming off of someone that's seen every single piece of Crow content. This is not the most egregious violation.
Wicked Prayer is the most egregious. This is just as bad as Crow Salvation, but it is not worse than Wicked Prayer.
Sure.
And it is significantly worse than both The Crow and City of Angels.
I don't know. I don't know if it's worse than City of Angels. I don't know if it's worse than City of Angels. I think it's cooler than City of Angels.
It's worse. It's worse. It's worse.
he said, fuck all that, dude. It's worse.
Yeah, man. DJ, what about you, dude? How do you feel about this movie? You have nothing to fucking do with The Crow at all. How do you feel about this?
Yeah, man. I have no ties to The Crow. I haven't seen the original film, and I have not seen the comics. So I came into this just knowing what you guys have told me, and not and just going in with a blind eye, right? And I agree with what both you guys said in both of your thoughts. I'm gonna start with you. Now you feel like there's two different films happening, and I totally agree with that. Like the first half of this film, like Eric Draven doesn't become Crow until 50 minutes in. I looked at the time, 50 minutes to an hour in.
It's like almost the entire second act.
Yeah,
completely done, and then he becomes.
Yeah,
like what the?
So
fuck,
like
dude?
an hour. So an hour of your time is spent building this relationship between Eric Draven and Shelley, right? And also providing exposition and a little backstory into how how Shelly gets caught up in this mess with her friends, and she purposely gets arrested to escape, because she's on the run against the evil guy, our antagonist in the film. And they go to a correctional, like a recovery facility for I'm guessing like it's a rehab facility for drug addicts, I think, or like it's a rehab facility. And
they don't ever actually explain. That's a whole other fucking grievance in this film.
and-
They don't
and
explain.
so
They
it's like
simultaneously explain everything and don't
nothing.
explain anything at the same time.
Yeah,
That's
'cause, like,
oh my god.
and this
so
movie
annoying.
does a lot of tell not show, like
Mhm.
you know what I mean. It's like you could easily like film it in a way where people can understand out of just the context, just looking at the screen. But a lot of the time, it's explained through dialogue what's going on between characters. And so the thing is, given that this whole section is an hour long into the film, and it's only an hour and 51 minute runtime, so basically the hour of the hour and 51 minutes is spent building the story, and like it's just edited and shot so weirdly that you lose the sense of pace in this film, and you lose track of time, or there's no real passage of time at all.
Time jumping, yeah.
Yeah, there's time jumping, but it's cut in a way where it's like, are we like, what's going on? Like you as the viewer is confused. Like this whole relationship between Shelly and Eric Draven is literally started with just them finding each other in this facility and looking at each other. And this look for Crow,
for Eric doesn't believe that can happen. Yeah,
for Eric Draven, a lot of people clowned on this look before the movie came out. Like it looked like Jared Leto.
I don't have a problem with this look.
I actually enjoy his look here. I just don't think it's realistic that he's the only one in that facility with face tattoos or tattoos at all.
Fair. Okay.
Like I was like, okay, like we're introduced to Eric Draven as this traumatized guy, had a very traumatic childhood. We see like a flashback in the beginning of the film. He's a traumatized. He's in rehab, but he's just been there. Like there's no explanation of like how he got there or anything like that, or any other trait that he has. It's only that he's just been in rehab for presumably a long time, and he has nightmares. And he has
DJ, my horse died when I was little.
and he has face tattoos.
They showed more than that in the flashbacks. They
a little bit,
more
but like
than that.
But like I said, like the pacing feels off. Like there's some points in this like first half of the film where we're like, okay, it's like this, like it's like, okay, we're seeing shit from his past. We're on the run, and then like it'll quick cut and it slows to a crawl. And that only happens when like this relationship starts blossoming, and all of a sudden like FK Twigs or Shelly is so interested in Eric Draven when they only seen each other once and interacted with each other like one time. And they talk over lunch and some shit, right? And then all of a sudden like they escape this facility, and you know, for some reason Shelly has a rich friend that has a nice penthouse apartment thing, and they just have sex.
Never shows up.
They have sex all day, all night. Okay, to show each other their love
banging.
for
Just straight
banging,
just all
straight
over,
banging,
all the time.
and then
all the time,
and then of course the plot carries on, but like this whole hour, nothing is going on, and it's also.
It's just love, baby.
It's just love,
boys.
But
lust at best.
It's like there's a lot of corny dialogue. There's a lot of corny dialogue, and like it feels unnatural, and also at the same time, Shelly, the character, is on the run. They escaped from their pursuers. And then all of a sudden, oh yeah, we can just relax in the same city that she was caught in. We can just relax and just go out, make friends, and go to a forest retreat in a bonfire. And oh yeah, we can go out for drinks and go to a club. When she knows she's being chased by the antagonist, the forces that be, the fucking evil forces. And I just did not understand that. I was like, what the fuck is going on? And oh man, it's that, like, the whole first half gave me a headache. Like, and cinematography wise, the way the shit's shot, there's not a consistent. I feel like there's multiple directors somehow. You know what I mean?
Well, right, because that's what I mean. Is like all of the romance stuff was filmed like a romance movie, and then all of the Crow stuff was filmed like a Crow movie.
Yeah.
What the fuck happened?
Right, and as I was saying,
the club scene, I wanted to punch the cameraman in the face. I was like, "Who
No.
did that fucking edit?"
It's like,
dude, fucking, like you guys remember the first time? There's a scene in the movie. This pissed me off so much. Okay.
okay, yeah.
It didn't piss me off like that bad, but like it was so noticeable. I was like, why do they do that? Like, that's a choice.
Okay. Yeah.
So when we get introduced to the antagonist, and he's being introduced by this fucking piano prodigy, which we don't get any update on.
I
for
still
the rest
don't know
of
who the fuck that was.
We don't know who the fuck that is.
Why she was there? Who the fuck was that? I don't know.
So you remember when she's getting introduced, you see how the camera was set up 180 to 180 because they're standing in front of each other. And then I'm like, okay, that's a choice. That's definitely a choice. Yeah. And then the next scene, it's like a fucking gliding shot. I'm like, this whoever is behind the camera is like confused on whether, like, what perspective are we taking? Who, like, I understand that
dude.
Like,
I don't know.
There's rules to cinematography, and I understand you can break those rules, but you have to break them with intention. I feel like there's so many cinematography breaks of the rules that just make no sense and add nothing to this film. Speaking of adding nothing to the film, the soundtrack, Garrick harped on it. There are some choices in music for some of these fucking scenes.
Yeah, there are.
Garrick, he's chipping at Garrick. Come on, man.
He's having at it. Go.
Bruh, I have never been so pissed that somebody used an Enya song. I have never been so fucking upset when he becomes the Crow, and then there's like the entire weird 3.5 minute sequence where it just cuts to various parts of this Detroit city as of him walking shirtless for some reason in a jacket to an opera house with literally just fucking Boadicea by Enya playing. And there's no lyrics in this song at all. It is just a vocalization that repeats for 3 minutes. And it was so much louder than any other song.
Yeah, it was.
In the whole movie.
Yeah,
it
dude.
was.
I ever since I watched Mad Max Furiosa, I bring earbuds to the movie theater. I had to bring them out for that scene for the fucking but yeah, dude, there's just weird choices in songs, especially in the first half of the film. Like, there's like songs that play out like it's supposed to be some like indie romance film, right? And then there's songs that are just like, it's straight fucking, like, it's straight just high octane, and I there's no in between. And like in the track, the ambient tracks in between said scenes don't feel like they fit. It feels like some of it feels like Blade Runner, and it's not Blade Runner. Some of it feels like fucking like.
They were definitely trying to do this like goth industrial thing for like a good like third of the movie, but it was after they were doing the romance music stuff.
Yeah,
and
dude,
then they were like putting in like some rock stuff in there randomly. It was fucking crazy. It was like 90s stuff, dude. It was nuts, man.
The thing is, what pisses me off with this movie the most is that there's actually good in this movie. there's actually things you can salvage from this. Like,
yeah, it's not irredeemable.
Yeah.
And that pissed me off
Yeah.
a lot.
Like, that's why we're mad. Like, if it was Borderlands, I would have been like, all right, bro. It's just, you start from scratch. Oh, Marilyn's back.
Okay,
Bridge
Baba.
our
We
conversation.
we have a question that came up at the beginning of this episode. How, when you have new thing of deodorant, how do you open it?
I'm like, take the little thing out of the top.
Yeah.
You roll it up until the thing is exposed. and then
She's
you-
Oh my god! High five! What
You
a
hit the cut, Baba. I
Wow,
love
you got the one, bro.
I have the
That-
one, dude.
dude,
I'm gonna
yeah.
marry you. I love you.
wow!
I lucked out, boys. I lucked out, man.
Oh my
Good
goodness.
for you.
Yeah, I know, right? Jesus Christ. Continue, DJ. My apologies.
But dude, it's like I said, like you said, Ernell, this is two films.
Mhm.
This is two films, and both films can be done better with what they have.
Mhm.
Genuinely,
They're fine. They're
even
fine.
though
Yeah.
like the first half didn't do anything for me, I'm pretty sure they like this could like the first half of the movie could have been like a Batman Begins situation, right? Like if
Mhm.
let's say the second half doesn't exist. Let's focus on the first half, and this is one
Get rid
movie.
of that. Get rid of that bad boy.
This
Toss
could
that
have
right
been
over
a great like origin story for this character, for the Crow. Since I don't know anything about the Crow, okay, and so that we'll separate it from whatever source material that is. Okay?
Yes,
This could have been a great film about like this whole build. You can like lean into this romance, right? You can have more minutes dedicated to this like blossoming relationship, right? And then you could end it right when he becomes Crow. Or like he becomes Crow at the like towards the third act, right? But then he has to learn about his powers. And like because since this take on the character in this film, Bill Skarsgård or this Eric Draven, he's like kind of like socially awkward since I'm pretty sure he's been in this fucking facility for all of his life, so he doesn't know how to talk to. So like I understand kind of the kind of disconnect, like the dialogue that this character has, right? Because for some people it might come off like, oh, this might be bad writing, but I think it plays into him not having any type of social interaction all of his life. So
everything with him playing this character was fine.
It's
Like,
fine.
that was okay.
Yeah. So you could play into that like him becoming the Crow, right, and like figuring out his powers, and that'll be like the end of this first film, right?
Yeah.
And then it will set a springboard for this second half, this second movie, where he starts becoming more confident, right? He doesn't doubt himself anymore. That was like a big character development thing, right? Or it could have been like he gets his powers and he starts doing Crow shit, but then he starts doubting himself and then he starts stumbling again, right? Even though he just got his wind under his sails. Like that could be a great like B plot to like this second movie, as the A plot being fucking we're gonna go avenge my fucking girlfriend, and the action scenes in this would fit in that second movie, dude. Like this, like the second movie is Dark Knight. You know what I'm saying? Like, like the second one's gonna be Dark Knight, and the way they handle his action scenes are so good. He's so intimidating and so badass. Like, there's one scene where, like, this is after he's established himself with this power, right? I think it's, like, right after he stops doubting himself. He's, like, fucking rising from the bathtub. And he's fucking ripped.
Oh, yeah.
He's fucking ripped.
Dude.
Grabs the shotgun. Like, fucking offs three guys, dude. That shit was badass.
That shit was dope. That was a dope ass
dope
scene.
as fuck.
I will say that.
Because and I enjoy this character. I genuinely enjoy a character that feels all the things that he's done to him, but he's basically invincible.
Yeah.
But like he's not like Superman or like Luke Cage where like bullets just bounce off the guy. Like he takes the pain, but also like he keeps on pushing. I think that's really cool character. I want to see more of that character, especially in the final, like one of the final like action scenes, that in the opera house. He like fucking goes up the stairs. He gets like fucking he gets stabbed in the back.
Don't say too much. Don't say too much.
Yeah, I know, but he gets stabbed in the back, and the blade is protruding out of his chest. And then like he's struggling with this other guy on the floor, and he's like, he looks at the blade in his chest, and he just leans forward, the blade in his body to kill the other guy. That's sick. That's fucking dope as fuck.
The entire opera house.
That's dope as fuck.
Fucking sick. That was fucking dope. The entire set piece for that was dope as shit.
It was incredible. And it's incredible in its bubble, but I would not want to go through that first hour and a half to get to that at all. That's not a good payout. As much as I love the scenes here, it's not a redeeming payout. It's not a satisfying payout towards the end. Or no, we had the same.
Yeah, I was to kind of like double down on what you're saying. Like, I think the reason I struggle with this movie a little bit is because I like appreciated that they didn't just do this like John Wickian type story completely, but I also kind of wish they would have. Like, you know what I mean? Because like they kind of like lean into that sort of style every time that we have like a confrontational moment in this movie. Where like, during the second act, every confrontation we have, he's not good at what he's doing. He's getting his ass beat for like, a majority of the second act.
And I enjoyed watching that
conflict.
And
it was dope. I just wish that they would have just committed to that. You know what I mean? Like, because again, this separation of like these two movies, and the fucking weird part about that too is like we have this really particularly potentially all right love story thing that on its own could have been a whole all right love movie, right?
Yeah.
And then we have this dope ass Crow movie that could have been. And the second act is this sort of weird mishmash of the two, where it's like sometimes it's this, and then sometimes it's this, and they just kind of like put them in between each other in random fucking places. Because we have moments where like, like you mentioned the cinematography in the first act with all like the love stuff, the like the camera's like panning in really slow,
like,
and like
dolly zoom in and
like,
fucking
like curtains, like like they randomly do shit like that in random spots of the second act. Just to like make it feel like it's still the same camera guy, I guess. I don't fucking know. But you're right. Like this, if separated, this could have been two really fucking dope movies. I really wanted the Crow one though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I really wanted them to like, if they would have just given us, the relationship already established and said, hell yeah, they love each other. Ooh, you know what I mean? And then like 20 minutes in.
You mean like the original plot? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Right. Without the weird, corny 90s stuff. If they would have done that and then allowed us to spread our wings here, I think, this movie could have been a 9 out of 10. If they would have really doubled down on just letting Bill Skarsgård be like the star of this whole fucking thing, which they like try, but don't really like do. You know what I mean? I don't know, man.
And
it's a bummer.
In the second half, and as much as we're praising the second half, it doesn't end well either. That final scene, you guys know what I'm talking about. Like the final fight.
I left some sour taste in my mouth for sure.
Man, come on, man. We were
ending.
He was, you know what I mean? Like he was getting John Wick, and then all of a sudden he's back to whatever the fuck. What's lesser John Wick?
Eric.
Eric. He's just fucking Eric
again.
And it was just a really weird setup to this like final fight. Because what we saw right before was pretty grandiose. But then they like this movie gave us a FromSoft. And like final boss was not final boss.
Final boss was not the final boss for sure.
Yeah.
For sure, dude. Because you went down like a sack of shit.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
And
the final boss was the people he killed
Very
along the way.
yeah.
Exactly. Very
And-
unsatisfying, dude.
And so it's like I don't know whether like I love or hate this movie. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like it's
Yeah.
so conflicting to me because like bro, I was looking at my phone the whole first half. Like I was messaging you
For
guys.
sure.
You guys saw it. I was like,
Yeah.
is it cool for me to walk out like right now? And then
Damn, you were still only in the beginning?
yes.
Damn, dude.
We didn't even get to the crow part, dude. I was like, I don't know if I like cuz the way it was shot, I thought this was going to be the whole movie. And I was like, I don't know like when this is going to happen. If the crow happens at the end of the film, I'm not watching this. You know what I mean? But then he starts to become the crow. And you know, I look up from my phone for a good more and then like the action scenes, I'm like, okay, sit up in my chair. Okay, let's see what we got. Let's see what we got.
Right.
Okay, oh, all right. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, all right.
Yeah. It
Back
happened
on my
with me
phone.
and Devin too. It happened to me and Devin too, because we were kind of just moseying through. We were just sitting there eating our snacks and shit. But then
I think it's a good popcorn flick. You know what I'm saying? Like you just fucking, you know, it's a chill
fine.
flick.
Like,
You can turn it on.
Fine. Like
It's fine.
like
It's like, dude, like the excitement is like a wait. Oh. Uh-oh.
Garrett disagrees. It's not fine. I'm leaving.
I don't even fucking know what just happened.
I know what happened.
The excitement was like a wave. It was like, oh, like just one singular wave, dude. And it's just there's just so much to this film.
It is what it is, man.
Could be good.
It is what it is, you know.
But let's get into our ratings, boys. Garrett,
all right, man.
Should people see this in theaters? And what would you rate it out of 10?
I'm so interested in this.
Fuck no, man. Don't go fucking watch this shit. This is not worth your money. This I agree with like all of you guys said about what would have made this a cool movie, but at the end of the day, that's not the fucking crow.
It's not.
It's just not the crow.
If we were in the director's seat, it would have been gold.
Yeah, this film should have not been attached to this franchise at all. Like it literally is only the crow because he can't die, and they use Eric Draven and Shelley Webster as the name of the characters. Nothing else about this film even resembles the comic books or the other films in any way, shape, or form. They should have done what some of the other films did, and honestly, just thrown the origin away. He shouldn't have been Eric Draven, and they should have tried to commit to doing their own thing, like some of the other Crow films did, and they didn't. And it lost itself in its identity. And Bill Skarsgård is the only redeeming quality in this film, in my opinion, with a 20-minute neat action scene. 3 out of 10.
Oof, 3 out of 10. Oof.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, man. Don't guys, you don't have to see this in theaters. You don't have to do that to yourselves. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Just wait. If you're really that committed to watching Bill Skarsgård, because listen, he's pretty hot in this movie. He's pretty hot in this fucking movie. If you're really that committed, just wait for streaming services. I'm sure it'll be out there in about 3 weeks, because that's what they're doing with movies now, apparently, that don't do well. They just fucking toss those bitches out, and 3.5 weeks later you're fucking entertained at home again. Just wait. I don't think that this was particularly worth spending the money on to have a widescreen, big screen experience. Because again, if you're going into this wanting the Crow, you're gonna be sorely disappointed, because it's really not. It's really not the fucking Crow. So just hang out for that. You don't need to rush to see this. Take your fucking time. It's okay. Yep. It's all right. This is gonna be a 6 out of 10 for me.
6 out of 10. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah. You don't need to see this. Dude. For a premiere, dude, they didn't in the how my local theater works, right? There's like 2 big auditoriums, and like the rest are just like normal. Yeah. This was in the normal one. This was in the smaller theater. And yeah, I would definitely just wait for it to come on streaming services. I think this is a streamable movie, if that makes sense. This is more of a
Yeah.
streamable movie.
Sure. Yeah. I get it.
You know, yeah. Watch something else or wait for. I don't know. Go watch Alien Romulus. I think that would
Yeah,
be
go watch
worth your
that, son.
time.
Mhm.
I'm just tired of having to watch mediocrity lately. And like since I'm not a horror guy, I can't even go see fucking Romulus, dude. Fucking I can't even. I
I
don't
mean,
even
you
want to watch.
can.
I mean, I can, but like I'm a bitch. So
It ain't scary, dog. It ain't scary.
It's not that
that's what
scary.
everyone says that, dude, and then I get fucking, you know what I mean?
It's got like 2 jump scares. 2 jump scares.
All right, whatever.
Everything else is just kind of like, oh shit,
Whatever.
that's crazy.
I'm gonna give this a 4.5 out of 10.
4.5. All right. Well, then that puts us at an official 4.5.
4.5. Oh wow.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, even. Yeah. Wow. Jesus Christ. Yeah. 4.5 from Good Kraken.
Oh yeah.
Man, that's rough.
Definitely rough.
Borderlands rough because this movie is. I
Way better.
with confidence
Way-
say this movie is better than Borderlands.
This-
Yeah, I can definitely feel like it probably is better than Borderlands. I haven't watched this movie. It's definitely not as shitty as and it's definitely not as shitty as Madam Web.
Oh God, no, that
oh,
movie is
no.
atrocious.
Yeah.
Because Madam Web is atrocious for like multiple layers of reasons.
It's
right?
a
The production
compounding
issues,
failure upon
the-
failure
yeah,
upon
exactly.
failure. Upon failure.
Yeah. So like that obviously
Like-
that's gonna echo
like,
through time. For
At
us,
least
dude. Like,
Bill Skarsgård is like the redeeming quality of this film.
right, and
there's good action
that
scenes.
Final
And they're actually good
stuff
action
was
scenes.
dope enough, right? Like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
but like
man.
Borderlands had nothing going for it, like genuinely nothing. Like
hey, actually, question for you guys before we get on
Yeah.
out of here. How many people did you guys have in your theaters?
oh,
I had like control on 1, 2, 3. There was like I think there was like 7 of us, maybe 8 of us. Like
Okay.
all in all.
Okay, is that typical? I don't know, like how packed your
That's
theaters
pretty
were.
fucking. That's pretty light for like for just like a release night at my local theater.
Gotcha. Okay. DJ, what about you? What do you?
I mean, I saw this today, this morning at like 2:00.
So you probably might have been the only one, maybe one other
No,
person.
actually, surprisingly, there was 5 people. That's including me.
Oh wow! Holy shit, that's
Yeah.
quite a bit more than I thought you'd have at fucking
Yeah.
7 o'clock in the morning.
At a 2 p.m. matinee. That's crazy.
That's
Yeah.
crazy, dude. Holy shit.
Yeah. In the small
but
small
maybe
theaters.
actually, maybe that's where this movie fits is like a 2 p.m. matinee price.
Yeah, like just fucking like no, like you
Yeah.
just finished like lunch and you're like, I mean, we got time to kill until like our
I
event,
got
like
2 hours for my meeting, you know?
yeah, like or like we have an event later in like the evening, but like you don't know how to spend like your afternoon. Like I guess we could go see a movie because there was
man.
like there's 3 people that showed up like after like 15 minutes into the first act.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
so I'm pretty
okay,
sure they
yeah.
just walked into the theater and be like, "Hey, what's the plan? Let's go see The Crow. Fuck it."
Yeah, dude.
For real.
We had 5 people, including me and Devin.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
5 total, and it was like me, Devin in the very back, like a couple in like the middle, and then just like a dude in like the front back area, like the front of the back seats.
Yeah.
Just like feet kicked up, just relaxing, dude. Like this guy was
He's like,
chilling the whole motherfucking
This is how I'm
movie.
spending my night.
Man, love me some crow, and well, now he's eating it, unfortunately. But
Yeah,
it's
wow.
yeah, it was fucking wild to see a movie on opening night, a very long beloved franchise with 5 people in our theater. Holy shit. Fuck me, man.
Well,
Anyways,
we hope we have more than 5 people in our theaters because this has been 20,000 Films Under the Sea. Your choice for all nerdy pop media news, reviews, and discussions you wanted each and every week. If you like what you heard, you can head on over to our Discord channel where you can submit questions and topics to the show, get exclusive content, and have early access to episodes before they go live on a podcast and video service near you. But if you empty your pockets for the latest and greatest in entertainment, that's cool with us. You can catch us, or you can watch us record this show live right here at twitch.tv/goodkrakenshow.
Oh.
You can also support us by going to our YouTube channel, hitting subscribe, or by leaving a review on our podcast channel by searching 20,000 Films Under the Sea, and we'll be there waiting for you. But until next time, OBS didn't...
If it ever gets hard to love me, just try loving me harder.